If you consider yourself to be a gamer, chances are you have heard of pages like G2A, Kinguin, CD keys, and more. Knowing the service is one thing, but using the service is another. Looking at the pages so far, it is not considered legal, but it's not really illegal either. These sites usually consider themselves to be the middleman, to consider themselves to be a platform, to get away from most of their legal problems. And we're not here to talk about how legal it is, but if you're a platform, you're supposed to be neutral. You're supposed to let people put stuff on there. And I'm looking at you, Twitter, like so many people I know, or so many people that I've seen, creator I've watched that have their Twitter taken away, created more, and just get it taken away again. Like, please, if you're a platform, say you're a platform. If you have an agenda for yourself, say you have an agenda for yourself. Don't say you are a platform and just take people's speech away, right? Okay, that's rant, it's over, move on. There's one very interesting terms in the terms and conditions that I've seen on G2A. They say buyers register in Russia Federation, or buyer who enter into the transaction through the site with seller register in Russia Federation, aka Russia. Apparently, you can't do that because Russia is very strict on these stuff. You know what? It's a good thing, I guess. Let's quickly move on. For the three of you that think this is just like a game thing, it happens everywhere. An MacBook Air, an iPad, and an iPhone. The three items are combined are the cheapest in Tokyo at $2,225 and the most expensive in Sao Paulo at $4,160. The same item would cost like $2,700 in New York. Cars vary in prices too. For example, a standard Jeep Grand Cherokee, don't know how to pronounce that, sells about $32,000 in the US and costs upward to $90,000 in Brazil, converted from, you know, their currency to the USD. This happens all the time. And back in the day, right? My grandma and grandpa used to do this all the time. They go back to sell cigarette. Like, they go to the note, buy a cigarette, go back to the south, sell them for a higher price. And they make a living doing so. You know, back in Nam. That's so dumb. So here's a few reasons why that could be. Taxes and import duties is one thing, because prices of good difference because of tax and import duties. Like say Brazil, for example, they have an extremely high import duty of 60%. Man, that's a lot. If San Francisco has about like 8.5% sales tax, London have 20% value added tax. And for those of you that don't know, value added tax is VAT. Next thing, transportation costs. Basically, back in Nam, a PlayStation bought from Japan is way cheaper from a PlayStation that bought from the US. Okay, they make from the same company, but the travel distance make is way more expensive. I think it's about $100 more. Next thing, transaction costs. Okay, so if you go from one place to another and there's a difference in the exchange rate, as you can see in the monetary market, if you move from one bank to another, you get charged. It's pretty apparent. Next thing is legal restrictions. Weed is a thing, heroin is a thing. Like, because of legal problems, the prices are jacked up, sky high, because it's illegal. Next, the market structure. So remember when we still have like CDs? So back in Nam, when we don't have like a lot of internet stuff, we have to buy like CDs, and people who sell CDs sometimes make copies of it, because buying a copy is way cheaper than buying the original. And people make copy all the time, although the quality sometimes is not great and there's a little bit glitchy, but people will put up with it as long as they save some money. If you go to Vietnam, sometimes you can see like some CD stores still available. They still make a living. I mean, I suppose they still make a living. But back to the topic, we don't really talk about anything physical here. We're talking about games and games code. And the best fit for our explanations, I think, is the perceived value. A very important factor, however, like say electronics, cars, a product may be perceived as a higher value in one country and compared to another. Like a common brand have a perceived higher value in a country, but is not perceived highly in another. This makes perfect sense. This is why games are relatively cheap, because they look at people's salary. People are not gonna willing to pay more if they make less. So to maximize the profit, they have to adjust the price just right so they can squeeze out a little bit more profit. But this method of price discriminations is kryptonite, and G2A, these pages is kryptonite, arbitrary. So this is how it's done. People in cheaper or considered to be disadvantaged region can buy these games, purchase the key, and sell it for profit. That means the seller make a profit and the buyer save their money by buying a lower price game. And this is how you can do it. You know what? This is how it's done, because I don't want to get into legal trouble, so this is how it's done. You can buy a game as a gift on Steam, send it to your email address, copy the activation URL, and send it to someone. And this works. There's a little bit of a bummer, because upon further inspection, as of May the 3rd of 2017, Steam have changes where cross-country gifting won't be available if the prices are different, and they did say it and I did see it. So is this the end of the road, I guess, of making free money, free profit? Yay? Not too fast, because there are still many systems that you can do it. Well, maybe not able to do it yourself. However, if you own a shop from a disadvantaged region, you can still get codes and send it online. Like, say, some store that you have, what is it? Steam cards, Xbox Live cards. You can take that code and just put it online for a cheaper price, because, you know, you can pay for cheaper in your region. Or some games like Shell Shocks, for example, you can buy a pack of 4 and send 3 out for a gift and 1 for yourself. So you essentially makes about $6 if you can essentially gift the gift and you get the money. Doesn't make sense. You take people money to gift them a gift. Moving on, another possibility is that you are the creator itself. If you're decided to go rogue, you can just take the game codes and put it on G2A and sell it for way cheaper than it is. You get the money for yourself. Your team probably gonna know it and kick you out, but in the process you probably get some money out of it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen so far and you want me to continue doing this shit, oh my god, I just hit my elbow. Fuck. Shit. Like, comment, and subscribe. I just hurt myself, so